It's a full dose of basketball on Inside EKU Sports this week, and we begin with Nick Mayo of the men's basketball team. Nick hit a game-winning shot against High Point the other night. You guys were down 23 in that game, so let's go to that before the heroics. How do you come back from 23 down and keep your momentum going?
We let their guards, get hot early. They were dominating the game. And then I think we went on like a 12-0 run to end the first half. And, in the locker room, we were just talking about how, changing our press up to make the four-man, bring it up, slow them down even more. And we were just able to get stops, and then we were finally able to get buckets. And, we just kept fighting back, and we just kept looking up at the score, and we kept inching our way there, and we were finally able to pull it off at the end.
It was a 12-0 run to end the first half, a 5-0 run to start the second half. But once you got it down to 5 or 6 points, it crept to 3 a couple of times, back to 5, got down to 2 once, back to 5, and you were down 5 with just over a minute to go. So I thought you were going to climb the mountain and not get to the pinnacle. Did you have that feeling that of frustration that we're almost there, but we can't get there?
No. We talked about it after the game. A lot of us knew we were going to win the game. That's why we weren't panicking out there or anything. So it was tough because we'd creep back to 3, and then they'd hit a tough bucket like at the shot clock, or we'd foul them. But we were able to fight our way back.
So Eastern Kentucky gets the ball off a missed foul shot. They go to a review because the ball went out of bounds. They give it to EKU, side out, back court, about free throw line extended, 7 seconds to go. Take me through the play. You end up hitting the game-winning three-pointer.
Well, the play didn't go as planned, but, we got the end result. Kale brought the ball down. I was at the free throw line, and I flashed the top of the key, and the defender switched, which they didn't switch all game. So at first when I caught it, I was thinking about driving because I had a smaller guy on me. But I just said, I'm going to go for the win. So, I was able to step back and knock it down.
Yeah, he closed out really well. He had a hand in your face, may have even knocked you down.
Nah, he did.
So the ball swishes through the net. You go sliding, and then it was dog pile time. They came onto the pile pretty fast and pretty hard.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a fun moment. I remember just hitting the shot, flexing a little bit on the ground and looking up, and just seeing all my boys, my teammates coming at me. It was really cool.
Mom, Dad were there from Maine. You had some other family members there, and a lot of guys, because there were some North Carolina connections, were there. So it was a good family moment after the game as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'm so glad that my family and aunts and uncles I haven't seen in a long time were there. So it was a great game for them to be at, and I was grateful they were there.
Nick, you're averaging, I looked it up, 25.4 points, currently 6th in the country. It's the highest average for a player in a season since the great Turk Tillman in 1980 got over 27. I know it's not an individual game, but it seems like you've taken more shots, you've been more aggressive, you put pounds on. Do you just feel like you're a better ball player than the first 3 years?
Yeah, I put in a lot of work. This summer was really big for me. Being here this summer, putting on some weight, just being in the gym all the time. And like Coach A.W. said, he wants me to get 15, 18, 20 shots a game. And so that's in the game plan. And I'm just hoping I can knock down those shots in the game.
You've been at neutral sites and also on the road a lot. This week, finally, a home game on Wednesday, and then the game against Northern Kentucky on Saturday. Northern is one of the few teams that held you below 10 points. You've only had 10 games where you haven't had double figures. Do you remember that Northern game and how good they were?
Yeah, they were really good. That was a bad game for us. So I'm looking forward Saturday, to get some revenge and get back at them.
I know it's an individual honor and you're all about the team, but you coming into this week's play, 48 points from passing Matt Witt, and I know that would be an honor that you would love to have. Do you think about it when you play, or is that something that just guys like me mention to you?
I really don't think about it. I'm just trying to do what I can to help the team, and whatever happens, happens. I put in a lot of hard work, so You know, it's good just to see all that hard work paying off.
Thanks, Nick. Proud of you. Good luck this week. All right, here's what the Colonels will face this week. Both games at home against the University of South Carolina Upstate. That is a 7:30 game on Wednesday. Then EKU against the Norse of NKU. That game will tip at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. We'll have the coverage at 100.7 FM with the TuneIn app, but also at EKUsports.com. Our television coverage at ESPN+. Still ahead, we'll check in on the women's basketball team and meet Paige Murphy. Used to play softball, now she's playing hoops. But first, see how EKU is preparing students for high-demand careers in computer science.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
Is Pickle struggling to get up and down the stairs?
No, why?
Does she cough a lot or often experience shortness of breath?
No.
Does she hang out with the wrong crowd of dogs?
Say what?
I'm afraid Pickles here is a smoker.
When you smoke, your pet smokes. Quit Now Kentucky offers you the free help you need to quit tobacco. To learn more, text QUIT KY to 797979.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a rising star. Be a hero. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Computer science is such an exciting field today because industrialization brought us today's comfort, conveniences, everything that we want. And then with the advance in computer technology, we can go even further to have everything that we can dream of.
Our computer science department really focuses on wanting to give students skills to succeed in a field that's constantly changing and updating.
The strength of the department is the broad coverage of our programs. In the undergraduate computer science program, the general concentration is the first one to get accredited with ABET.
To do well in computer science, I think persistence is one of the most important attributes for someone, and understanding the logic and being able to convert a conversation to a logical problem that a computer could solve.
They train you not only in programming, but they train you to think logically, because you always have to be thinking for efficiency. It's not just, all right, I have the answer, but can I get it faster?
You get a lot of classes that focus really on creativity as well as the technical side, so you kind of get versed in both areas. It was more challenging, but I think in a good way, because I think that means I'm learning more.
Within our department, we have multiple labs. We have a computer lab with drawing tablets for artists to work and come and create assets for games or user interfaces for applications. And we have a motion capture lab, and that allows us to record animations from actors. So it's similar to the technology you see in most blockbuster films. And we also have virtual reality headsets that we use directly in classes, and we have students who also implement those.
For digital forensic cybersecurity, we are currently working with Kentucky State Police Department and the digital forensic lab on campus. And our students can work in the lab to solve real criminal cases.
There are so many opportunities that exist in the computer science department. I actually had an internship at Harley-Davidson over the summer where I worked within their IT department, which was really awesome because I got to see how the infrastructure works of the computer science world.
The job market is endless for women in IT. Companies actually search out women that have these skills. With the help of a few students, we have started a Women in Technology Club, and we're trying to promote women in IT and computer science.
The thing that surprised me the most about this program was that The professors are very caring and one-on-one, and they will help you to get internships, go to conferences where you can meet professionals and kind of develop your technical skills to better you as a professional.
I mean, one of the things that really boils down to what we're working on is getting our students to get jobs, work on teams, and really produce the new technology that helps people in life. And if you can make money doing it, that's cool too.
Take it from me, quitting tobacco isn't easy. It can take several attempts before you can finally quit for good. So if at first you don't succeed, quit. Quit again. And remember, even though quitting is hard, you don't have to do it alone. Quit Now Kentucky is with you every step of the way. For free help quitting tobacco, text QUIT KY to 797979 or go to quitnowkentucky.org.
We are more than just athletes. We inspire scholars. We inspire leaders. We inspire champions. We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
Welcome back to the show. We've talked men's basketball. Now we talk women's basketball. And we do it with a player that can say she's done something that most college athletes haven't. That's played two sports. Paige Murphy, a great softball player, now a graduate student at EKU and playing basketball. And I would say why, but then I looked back at what you did in high school, and you were one of the top players at PRP throughout the history of that great program. So it was somewhat a natural for you, right?
Yeah, you know, coming back into it, it was a little bit different, but I tried to remember just, 4 years ago I was playing and kind of took a little bit of a break, played softball, and then just kind of got right back into it, kind of like riding a bike, I guess you could say that.
You've had some injuries. You had a back surgery, you've had a shoulder, so you had to get healthy as well. And so you've kind of dealt with a new sport, relearning it at the college level, and making sure that everything's good to go health-wise.
Yeah, and that's definitely been it's a challenge, but not a challenge. As when you play hard, injuries are going to occur, and you just figure out how to maneuver around them, and you work hard to get healthy so that you can get back out on your respective playing field.
You missed the first 2 games due to injury, and you've played the last 5, started against Florida State, and then you've played 4 MAC schools. You've played an A-10 school, you've played an ACC school, you played a Big 12 school that's ranked. The schedule has been brutal, and it's preparing you for what's to come.
Yeah, we definitely have played a brutal non-conference schedule, and we've played some pretty tough opponents. But what we'll hear in the locker room and at practice is this is just preparing us for our new season, the OVC season that starts in January. So it's our job to stay positive, stay on course, take care of what we can control, and then be ready to roll when conference starts. You had a season-high 5 points, 2 rebounds in 15 minutes against Akron, and I know that's a game that it was tight into the fourth quarter, and frustrating that you couldn't get the win against Akron the other day. Yeah, that game was tough from the jump, and we got out and played with a lot of fire, a lot of passion, and just, at the end of the day, there's one winner, and, when we got late into the fourth quarter, we went through a span where we didn't score, and they scored, they got to the free throw line, and, we didn't come out on the winning side. So you haven't been home since the season opener. It was on November 9th. Now 2 games this week at home. It's going to feel good to get back to Alumni Coliseum. Yes, get back to our home court, be around our fans, and hopefully we can get 2 wins, take us into Christmas break, and then when we come back from Christmas break, it's conference season. I don't think we've talked to you here on Inside EKU Sports since the end of the softball season. First of all, great softball season, 3-time all-conference through 4 years, but congratulations on the biggest honor, and that's OVC Female Athlete of the Year. That's all sports on the female side. There's 1 male, 1 female that get that honor. That's quite an honor for you, Paige. Thank you. What did it feel like when you were told you were given that award? when you hear, all the accolades start coming in and you've been so busy playing, you kind of take time to self-reflect and you're like, man, you do it yourself personally, but I couldn't do it without the support of my team, our fans, coaches. But it was a pretty amazing honor. And then you're like, well, they really picked me. You take a step back and kind of realize that you did this.
And the other thing that was great, you've already gotten your degree, your undergraduate degree in sport management, now in sport administration in the master's program. So you're setting yourself up for a future. Have you determined where you're going to head yet? Obviously something in sports, I would assume.
Well, I'm still set on hopefully getting a job in coaching college softball. So I will hopefully complete my master's degree next December, and I'm not sure if I'll go back home to Louisville or if I'll float just wherever the opportunities may present themselves.
Being as a player under Jane Worthington, who's a great coach, has started the program here, and then Chrissy Roberts, who played college basketball, one of the greatest players at EKU. You've got some great mentors to learn from as far as head coaches.
I do. Playing for Coach Worthington was an absolute honor. Now playing for Coach Roberts, we knew each other the past 4 years, and they supported softball team. And now getting to play under her, she's a pretty special woman and definitely a mentor, even though I haven't played for her for that long. But I'm always learning something new from her every single day, which I'm very thankful for.
You had 153 threes to set your high school record at Pleasure Ridge Park, so knock a few down this week for the
Yes,
Colonels.
sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thanks, Paige. Congratulations on that award as well. Paige Murphy with the softball team, now with the basketball team. One more year of eligibility, and she's using it for women's hoops. Speaking of the EKU women's basketball team, they have a game, 5 o'clock tip on Wednesday against Kentucky Christian. If you're watching after that, still another chance to see the EKU women on Sunday at 2 o'clock tip against George Mason University at Alumni Coliseum. And that does it for another edition of Inside EKU Sports. You can keep up with Colonel Athletics wherever you are. Follow our social media platforms, like them at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you again next week. And as always, go Big E.